Assalamualaikum, dear learners. I am Samia Khan, lecturer of Matwal Haji Abdul Aziz University College. Our today's topic is now I am taking the class of honors fourth year. Your course code and title is 24113. Class is translation and the topic is students. In my last class, we have already discussed about Iliad's characters of the Homer's Iliad. This is a narrative epic poem, you know that, and Iliad is a primary epic. In my today's class, I will discuss about the summary of the Iliad. You have already known about the characters, so now I will discuss about the brief summary. The Iliad, you know, the Iliad is a primary epic. It was originally composed orally, and after centuries of oral transmission, it was finally written down. And it has the quality of an epic poem. You know, and in an epic poem, usually we have an epic hero, and in Iliad we have also we found an epic hero. Now it was the event of 9 years after the Trojan, the Greek, which we called Achaean army, sacked Thrace and town allied with Troy. During the battle, the Achaeans captured a pair of beautiful maidens, Chrysis and Briseis. Agamemnon, who was the leader of the Achaean forces, or the Greek leader, one of the Greek leader, takes Chrysis as his reward, and Achilles, who was the great hero and warrior, claims Briseis. Chrysis' father, who serves as a priest of the god Apollo, offers an enormous ransom in return for his daughter. But Agamemnon refuses to give Chrysis back. Chrysis then prays to Apollo, who was god. Then Apollo sends a plague upon the Greek army or Achaean camp. After many Achaeans die by plague, Agamemnon consults the prophet to determine the cause of the plague. When he learns that Chrysis is the cause, he gives her up, but demanded Briseis from Achilles in compensation. Furious at this insult, Achilles returns to his tent in the army camp and refuses to fight in the war any longer. He vengefully yearns to see the Achaeans destroyed and asks his mother, who was named Thetis, to enlist the services of Zeus, king of the gods, towards this end. The Trojan and Achaean sides have declared a ceasefire with each other, but now the Trojans breach the treaty and Zeus comes to their aid. With Zeus supporting the Trojans and the Achilles refusing to fight, the Achaeans suffered great losses. Several days of fierce conflict ensued, including duels between Paris and Menelaus and between Hector and Ajax. The Achaeans make no progress. Even the heroism of the great Achaean warrior Diomedes proves fruitless. The Trojans push the Achaeans back, forcing them to take refuge behind the ramparts that protect their ships. The Achaeans begin to nurture some hope for the future when a nightmare reconnaissance mission by Diomedes or Odysseus yields information about the Trojans' plans, but the next day brings disaster. Several Achaean commanders become wounded and the Trojans break through the Achaean ramparts. They advance all the way up to the destroyed. Concerned for his comrades, but still too proud to help them himself, Achilles agreed to a plan proposed by Nestor that will allow his beloved friend Patroclus to take his place in battle, wearing his armor. Patroclus is a fine warrior, and his presence on the battlefield helps the Achaeans to push the Trojans away from the ships and back to the city walls. But the counterattack soon falters. Apollo knocks Patroclus' armor to the ground and Hector slays him. Then fighting breaks out as both sides try to lay claim to the body and armor. Hector ends up with the armor, but the Achaeans, thanks to a courageous effort by Menelaus and Hyrus, manage to bring the body back to their camp. When Achilles discovers that Hector has killed Patroclus, he is filled with such grief and rage that he agrees to reconcile with Agamemnon and rejoin the battle. Thetis goes to Mount Olympus and persuades the god Hephaestus to forge Achilles a new suit of armor, which she presents to him the next morning. Achilles then rides out to battle at the head of the Achaean army. Meanwhile, Hector, not expecting Achilles to rejoice the battle, has ordered his men to camp outside the walls of Troy. But when the Trojan army glimpses Achilles, it feels in terror and backs behind the city walls. Achilles cuts down every Trojan he meets. Strengthened by his rage, he even fights with the god of river Xanthus, who is engaged. Achilles has caused so many corpses to fall into his streams. Finally, Achilles confronts Hector outside the walls of Troy. Ashamed at the poor advice that he gives to comrades, Hector refuses to flee inside the city with them. Achilles chases him around the city's privacy 3 times, but goddess Athena finally tricks Hector into turning round and fighting Achilles. In a dramatic duel, Achilles kills Hector. He then lashes the body to the back to his chariot and drags it across the battlefield to the Achaean camp. Upon funeral with a long series Athenian games in his honor. Upon Achilles' arrival, the triumphant Achaeans celebrate Patroclus' funeral with a long series of Athenian games in his honor. Each day for the next 9 days, Achilles drags Hector's body in circles around Patroclus' funeral pyre. At last, the gods agree that Hector deserves a proper burial. Zeus sends the god Hermes to escort King Priam, Hector's father and the ruler of Troy, into the Achaean camp. Priam tearfully pleads with Achilles to take pity on a father bereft of his son and return Hector's body. It invokes the memory of Achilles' own father Peleus. Deeply moved, Achilles finally relents the returns Hector's corpse to the Trojans. Both sides agree to a temporary truce, and Hector receives a heroic funeral. In the Iliad, it is a brief history event, and at last we can say that it is about the wrath of Achilles and also the choice who made by Achilles or Achilles' choice. Achilles has been offered a choice: either he can be a great or famous hero in war and or die young age. And when Troy was in trouble, Achilles fights with his heroic gesture and kills Hector and makes Greek winner between Troy, winner up to Troy. So last we can say that it is a historical episode which we can compare with Mahabharata, and also some stories, Iliad. At last, today I will say goodbye, and in my next class I will discuss about some important questions of Iliad. Thank you.